Okay, so I'm here right now. I'm about to do this edit for Kinetic. They're one of my OG clients. They've been working with me ever since I started off in the business, so shout out to you guys. All the clips are put in their own designated folders. So all the raw footage is in its own raw folder. With all the clips, I average anywhere between 40 to 50 clips per session. We're going to open up our editing software. I use Final Cut for those that are curious. So this is the editing software here. Looks a little crazy if you're new to editing, but it's really, I keep it very simple by organizing everything in its own folders. So before I even put a clip onto this timeline, I like to figure out what kind of music resonates with my client, what goes with the theme. The song that we chose for today is gonna be probably this one. I like this. This is good. This is good. All right, how to actually edit the hype reel really varies. Let me see. So I'm gonna use like a nice wide shot, maybe like a class wide shot here. There's a lot of great ones. Maybe like something like this, perhaps. So you got some static shots. You got lots of dynamic movements here, which is really great. Lower the volume a little bit. Lots of great. I'm obviously working around with different angles here. This is like a favorite clip of mine. He's doing some stretches here, so we're gonna put him right here. And I like to just lay down a clip just so that I have something going, and I'm gonna go back to the song. The important thing about the song is you want to look for where the song's beat drops. A song like this is great because it starts off slow and then it drops and then there's like this action. And I love that. So something like this. Something like this maybe? I might start it a little bit more ahead because I like the drop to come a little bit sooner rather than later. So maybe like somewhere like right over here, perhaps, where it does that first like dun 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 dun. You could do something here. There, we found where we want the music to start for this particular reel. So now it's about laying down the clips that match it. So I just put in a random clip, but I might just choose something else. I'm trying to see what... trying to find... I don't really have many like good wide shots. I mean, I do. I have a few. Maybe something like this where they're all synchronized together would be nice. I'm going to lay this down here. A great thing about the way that I shoot is I shoot everything in slow motion for the most part. There are certain clips that if they're fast paced, if the subject is moving very quickly, sometimes I'll lower the frame rate a lot lower just so that I can get like an even quicker movement. It doesn't feel so cinematic, like it could just be like fast moving. So yeah, so something like this. And then so if I'm doing like a montage of 3 clips, right, I like to do like maybe like a wide shot in the middle and then like 2 close-up shots for the top and bottom. So now I'm on the hunt for a nice close-up shot or even just like an establishing shot of sorts. This is cool. I like this because it was filmed horizontally, but there's movement, right? So this looks dope. I like how this is looking. I like how these colors are looking right now. Obviously, like, lots of adjustments here. It's not super smooth. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to stabilize this clip just so that it is smooth and it's not shaky, so it goes with the rest of... so it's uniform with the rest of the clips. Right, so it looks like it's done, so let's take a look. So that looks really good. So now I'm going to add maybe like another close-up shot. Again, some of these were shot vertically and that's okay. That was intentional. Some of them are shot horizontally just so that I could have variety. I like to have variety in my shots for sure. Something like a moving shot of sorts. And then just gotta move. It's not a close-up shot. I probably would prefer it to be a close-up shot. Yeah, because it's too uniform, so too matchy-matchy. Something like this, maybe. Just to get the beginning of this going. Now that I think about it, it'll probably look a little bit better if I put, like, copy, paste, put this in the middle. Oh boy, what am I doing? Hold on. That stay on the bottom, this can go on the top. So obviously with that beat drop, we're gonna need a lot of like hype shots. So we're gonna on the lookout for those hype shots. Let's see. Maybe like let's see, there has to be, obviously this one was shot vertically, but that's totally fine because that was the intent here, because not everything's gonna be a montage. So let's change the ratio of this and boom. So that's cool, but you see how it feels kind of slow. So what I want to do is add some like extra oomph in there, like some strobe lighting of sorts, or like, so maybe we'll add in one of these like scratches or something, to scratches and some lighting in there I think would look cool. So maybe if we throw this in, something like this. Try it. So do something like that, and then maybe here's a wide shot here. Oh no, sorry, not a wide shot. This is a vertical shot. What's cool about shots like this is you can just copy the attributes of one, paste them into another, just to make the editing process a little bit quicker. Then maybe like another montage. Like I usually do a couple close-up shots and then I do a few more montages in there. So that's why these establishing shots are great. So I'm gonna, oh shit. But I already, something to note with these hype reels is it's important to show a variety of faces, and you're not just focusing on one person, because then after a while it turns into a promo video of that person, and you just want to make sure you're including as many faces as possible. So that's the attempt here. Let's see, maybe we can show some laughter in there. Things that I like to do like 2 clips instead of 3. Slow motion shot of them laughing while working out. So every time you do like a wide shot, I like to pair it with a close-up, but you can bend the rules and do 2 wide shots or do close-up shots. It's really up for interpretation. Like, to an extent, there's a right way to do things, but it doesn't have to be so black and white. It's all about just like the intent behind the shot, in my opinion. If you're intentional with your shots, like they could be paired with anything. I like this shot because I'm going from left to right. I'm panning left to right in this one. So maybe I'll start this one like over here or something. Instead of doing your typical vertical ratio type stuff where you're kind of just like documenting the subject, documenting what you're filming, like how about be more intentional with your shots and think about the shots before you start shooting. Like when I'm on my sets, on my sessions, on my shoots with my clients, I'm always thinking ahead of how I want my composition to be, what types of shots I want to get while I'm filming, and how I can pair them. I like to have an equal amount of landscape and vertical shots because I know that will give me more versatility. If you stick with just doing vertical shots, then you're just gonna get vertical angles. And not that you can't make it look landscape, it's just you're gonna be zooming in so much to the point where it's not gonna look cinematic. Now this is just a rough draft. I'm gonna be moving around some clips that I feel aren't the most appealing to the eye in terms of the composition. It has nothing to do with the subject itself or what I'm filming. It's more about just like composition. So I think something like maybe like this shot could have been like, if I shot this shot maybe a little bit more lower and a little slightly more straight ahead, I think it'd look perfect. Gives it more of like that feeling like you're in the gym, like it's like that it's like I don't know how to describe it, but I think I might, or even just switching these two clips around could make a difference. So I think if I started with wide, then go tight. I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around, or I could even zoom in a little bit on this one. This one, you can see the pain of this workout. Like, it looks like it's painful. So, like, not that we're trying to promote that, right? But people are working hard right now. So I think it's looking good so far. I'm going to wrap up this edit and I'll show you guys the final product at the very end of this video. So stay tuned. It's just under 45 seconds. So I think this will be perfect for what my clients are looking for. So yeah, looking forward to it and stay tuned.